Okay, y'all, the trash is gone. Dishes are done. Cleaned off all the counters. Everything looks good. Floors have been cleaned. Living room is clean. Yay. Now to just fold this. And the last bit of laundry is in the wash. So I am finally resting. I have my snack. Obviously, I'm only gonna eat like a bit of this, but this is Tex-Mex. I had 2 open bags and I just poured it in a gallon-sized bag so I can see the pieces that I like to eat, which are these like little pieces of like, I don't know what they are, but it's like little bread pieces. Those are so good. These are really, they're kind of spicy, but not too spicy, and I like these too. I mean, I eat a handful of everything in here, but I mainly go for those and these. But yeah, that's just some Tex-Mex. It's kind of spicy, so if you get any of these, just let you know. Have my drink. I'm getting ready to watch some YouTube shows now that I am done with all of my chores for the day. Okay, I am using my Pioneer Woman crock pot that I got at Black Friday for $20 for the first time. I'm making some homemade baked ziti. I'm using chicken instead of ground turkey. We had cooked some chicken to make for salad, so I'll have to make my husband some more chicken, but not a big deal. But anyway, I already had shredded cooked chicken. I just added all the ingredients and the pasta, and you just cook it for 3 to 4 hours on high, or you can cook it for 6 hours on low, but I am cooking it, if it will adjust, for 4 hours on high. And our dinner is done. All I have to do is add mozzarella to the top or Parmesan cheese. Really, any cheese you want, you just make it. I didn't measure anything out when it came to spices. I just dump. I pretty much know what I'm going to use and how much of it. I've done this recipe many times. I just haven't filmed it. So, yeah, that's it. It will cook here and it'll be ready for dinner. Ooh, that is bad lighting. Okay, hey guys, so I'm getting ready to prep the chicken that I said that I was going to cook for my husband, because I used the last bit of shredded chicken that he uses for his lunches throughout the week. What he does with the chicken is he makes salads, and he just takes the cooked chicken that's shredded and, you know, uses it in his salad. So once a week, usually, I will throw a bunch of chicken breasts in the crock pot, let it cook on high for 5 hours, and then shred it and put it in a little Tupperware to-go container and put it in the fridge. And then he can just take a little bit at a time out and use that with his lunch. So I will turn the camera on and show you what it looks like, what I use. Nothing too crazy. It's very easy and simple. So I put 4 frozen chicken breasts that are boneless, skinless chicken breasts in here and seasoned them. The seasonings I used are basil, garlic powder. I used the sea salt and black pepper. I will cook it on high for 5 hours, and that is it. There's nothing too crazy with this. I do not measure these out because it's really just a preference on how much of it you like. I am used to making this, like I said, once a week, so it's pretty much just sprinkle a few times on there. You can tell that it's not that much. And after it's done, I shred it with a fork and I put it in a container and it sits in the fridge so my husband can just add what he wants. I will eat the shredded chicken as well, sometimes for lunch, but it's mainly just for my husband because he, you know, it's something easy for him and healthy. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. I also have our dinner cooking over here, and I used the rest of the shredded chicken that was in this container while I'm cooking that chicken over there. So this is our dinner, and that over there is my husband's lunch. So he'll have the rest of, well, today's Thursday, so tomorrow he'll have some and into next week. So, all right, I am going to go. Okay guys, so I just added the Alfredo sauce for the crockpot ziti. It is looking so good. It's cooking great. Everything's going according to plan, so it will move down once there's like a couple hours left, which there is, so I'm loving this. Okay, I'm gonna let this cook some more for a couple more hours and we'll come back to it. Hey guys, sorry for the crazy lighting and the crazy angle, but I'm just wanted to pop on here and kind of go over and show you guys one of my favorite kitchen gadgets that helps me open lids like this and other lids of various sizes. Now, because of my illnesses, I have zero strength in my hands, so this gadget that I'm going to show you comes in handy so many times, and I literally use it pretty much every day to open things. So this little gadget right here helps me open every lid, that literally everything that has a lid. I use this. You can see on the bottom these little gears. It goes from very big to very tiny, as you can tell. So it literally fits a bottle cap. So you can use this for various sizes of lids, and it helps opening things very easily. This was given to me. My husband's grandma went a few years ago when they were here in town. She brought this with her on one of her trips down here and gave it to me. So I don't know where you would find something like this. I haven't seen, I'm sure they have newer models, but you can tell this is an older model to open lids. But I love vintage things and handy down things from family. So this helps me out so much. So all you have to do, you adjust the size that you need. You go the other way to tighten it, and then you just twist, twist, twist until it's loose, and there you go. Very easy. You want to make sure, especially if your lids have the grooves on it like this, to get these little things right here in the groove to like lock in that lid before you try to tighten it, because you know, you really want to make sure you secure the lid. But yeah, this is one of my favorite kitchen gadgets that I use daily. I have a hard time even opening a lid to milk, so the fact that this goes down to a really small size really helps. Now, some days I might not need to use this, but on certain days like today where I've been busy and cleaning and using my hands a lot, I just don't have any strength. So if you guys are wondering where to get one of these, I really can't tell you. I'm sure you can look up Amazon kitchen gadgets, maybe lid accessories. I have no idea what you would, how you would find this or what it's even called. Maybe this one is called Top Off. Literally, it says jar and bottle screw top opener. So there you go. So type in Top Off, and maybe you'll find a newer version of this, or you might find this exact one. But it is very well loved, as you can tell. So this just goes right into my kitchen gadget drawer. This is where I keep some of my cooking gadgets and measuring cups and measuring spoons. Everything that's in here I do use. It's just not organized. I need a drawer organizer, kind of like what I have here for my forks, spoons, and knives. I need one of those over here, but haven't found one that I liked yet. So anyway, my cooking utensils aren't in that drawer. I keep them by my stove right here. So, you know, I have that right there because we're cooking every day. And of course, I got this little cake stand from Hobby Lobby for like 10 bucks. It was on clearance because it's like dented in the back, so they had marked it down. I use it to hold my oils and sprays and cooking spices that I use the most out of. The rest of my spices is in the pantry. So yeah, this is pretty much all I have to show you for now. I will get back on here later when dinner's done. Oh my God. Aww. Rose. Calm Rose down when she gets like that.
Rose. 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 No, Pixie. Yep, Rose.
She's like, I'm too tired and old to do this.
Nope.
You know, is she playing with you? Yeah. Are you getting some playtime? You're such a good dog. Your fur's growing in. I think she's over it now.
No, he's biting at it.
I'll get it. No, get it. Get loose. She's like, just love me. Okay, I'm done. I'm old. She's just like, this is what I want. Look at her teeth. You're going to have hair all over you because she's shedding right now. So you're going to want to change right after that. Yep. You're going to want to. And Lucy. This is what is happening with our elf. They're torturing our angel. This is coming from her. Ken's holding her down. Her arms are even tied back. And she's just sitting there with this smirk on her face, holding the Merry Christmas sign. Hey guys, so all the kids are in bed, and it is Saint Nick night. So it's a tradition in our family where Saint Nick night is December 5th. All the kids put their shoe by the front door, and they get one small little gift that fits in their shoe. It's just been something that my family has always done when I was a kid, and I wanted to pass that tradition on with my kids, and I have. They look forward to it every year. And I'm thinking that, I'm sorry, I know that's really gross, but I can't help it. But my kids that are 12 and 13, I'm pretty sure they are almost at the age where they don't believe in Santa, but they will not say that they don't believe in Santa, which is fine. I am not going to ever tell my kids there is no Santa. I am all about the magic of Christmas, and I want my kids to stay kids for as long as possible and to have that magic. I'm sorry if the lighting is very crazy. I'm standing right in front of my Christmas tree, so I'm going to try and show you guys the little setup of their shoes by the front door, but my oldest son's bedroom is right by the front door, and his room was an office, so there's glass French doors. We put vinyl, coverings over the glass, so he has some privacy, but you can see shadows. So I just don't want them thinking like I'm doing that, putting the stuff in the shoes. I had to be really sneaky about it. But anyway, I will turn a light on and flip the camera around and show you from a distance, because they're wrapped. They each have a small gift and then their favorite candy on top. So here we go. There is their shoes, my daughters, my youngest, and the oldest. So that's what it looks like. Okay guys, I am going to go to bed. Real quick before I go to bed, I just wanted to get back on here and kind of just go over my day. I didn't really video everything I did because I kind of just bounce around and do like random chores, and I don't really think about picking up my phone and videoing when I just want to get stuff done. And it's hard for me to use one hand to video and like paying attention to what I need to do. So I give everyone credit that vlogs and lives life like that, because that's some crazy stuff. But anyway, today I wanted to do a lot of like cleaning and chores because I like to go into the weekend without that much stuff to do. So my husband was supposed to have off tomorrow, but of course they decided, no, let's have him come in at 2:30 in the morning. That's military life. It's unpredictable. It sucks. So he's got to be there early. He has to take our van for the second time now that we just got a month ago back to the dealership because the sensor light keeps coming on about our airbags. So they're going to fix the part that keeps coming on. Don't know what they're doing, but regardless, it's getting fixed. Then he has a chiropractor appointment because of his back and that whole freaking ordeal that we're dealing with that. But I did a lot today. I did all the dishes. I finished everyone's laundry. I mopped the floors like crazy. I did it like 4 times. What I did is I dry Swiffered, then I mopped, shined it, and then I also sprayed bleach floor cleaner spray and mopped over that to really get in and clean. So I don't usually do it like that every time I mop, but I really wanted to get a deep clean on my floors. And you can tell they look amazing, but we have 3 dogs and 3 kids, so they don't stay amazing. What else did I do? Oh, I organized my fridge and cleaned it out. So I did that, cleaned off the top of my fridge. You guys saw me go through my closet and go through clothes, so I did that as well. So I'm feeling it because that's a lot for me. And I don't do things like bam, bam, bam right in a row. I do something and take a rest. I started our dinner in the crock pot, so I had that. Then me and my husband went to the store to do what we were doing for St. Nick night for the kids. And then we had to pick up my oldest son from his gaming club he does after school on Thursdays. So it's been a busy day. So tomorrow I'm doing absolutely nothing. And I say that, but I find something that I need to do because I'm that type of person. I do not like sitting still for too long. I have to do something. But I know my limitations. If I have a bad day, I won't do anything. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow. If I'm not feeling too bad, I might organize something else that needs organizing that I haven't gotten to. But I'm really trying to purge our house of clutter. And so far, it's going great, but I have a long way to go. So I'm gonna get off here. I am going to go into my room, brush my teeth, get into bed, put my earbuds in, and relax until my muscle relaxer kicks in and I can go to sleep. So I will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so I am just organizing and cleaning. First thing I did was make my bed that you see here. I managed to get the top of my closet more organized. So everything up here is nice and neat and organized until right there and over needs to be done. But I can't get the ladder to fit over there because we have gifts and stuff. So I am very happy with how it is now more organized. It may not look like it to you, but it is to me. We just have everything put up that needs to be up there. Like in there is American Girl dolls that used to be my daughter's. I'm gonna save them, so if she has a daughter one day, I can gift them to them. Baby blankets that mean something, hats, stuffed animals that were handed down to my kids that will stay up there for their kids. Those boxes have stuff in them, but not what's written on them. And then military stuff that will stay up there because until my husband needs it. Now to work on hanging those clothes. But I don't think I'm going to get to my closet until after we come back from Christmas break because this is going to take a while. So that is everything that I have done so far. But I am doing a little DIY bleach tie-dyeing on this black shirt. It had like a bleach spot on it already, and I was very bummed because it was one of the shirts that was just a black t-shirt and it fit me perfectly, and I wore it all the time. So I was like, you know what, let's just tie-dye it and no one will notice that it was ruined because now it's tie-dye. So I'll flip the camera around and show you what it. And here we go. You can't even tell that this shirt was not supposed to be like that. So I took a black t-shirt, tie-dyed it, and on both sides. I actually really love how this turned out. So I tie-dyed some black socks that to go with it just for fun. So anyway, this is what it looks like. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. Hey guys, sorry that the lighting is kind of crappy. Let me see. Well, it's better than nothing. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update on what is going on. I have a lot of doctor appointments before we go home for Christmas. I have a pulmonary function test and my 6-minute walking test and the CT scheduled. I was supposed to do that the day that we ended up taking my son to the hospital. So I had called, canceled it, and rescheduled it. So that's why I didn't have that done when I was supposed to. I do have my chemo infusion set up for next Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, I have to get blood work done, and then I go in and get the infusion. They'll draw labs before I get it again just to make sure everything is good to go so they don't, nothing happens. I'm glad I'm doing it next Friday and not 4 days before our trip home because I don't want to feel really bad on my car ride. I mean, chemo takes a lot out of anybody, and it does the same for me. So I am still going to feel very tired and weak and just crappy. But, yeah, I do what I gotta do. I'm just excited to go home. I'm praying for an easy car ride and, no stress. But when you have 3 kids and 3 dogs traveling with you in a 14-hour car ride, you're gonna get stressed. So thankfully, I will have medication for anxiety on hand, and we will just do what we can. We're hoping that we don't have to stop, but it just depends on me and my husband now, if he feels like we need to stop or not. So we'll see how that goes. But there's not much really left to update you guys with. Everything is pretty much the same. My weight loss is going good. I'm slowly dropping because I'm getting close to the end of where I need to be. Now it's just maintaining what I lost, which I have been. I'm just really watching my calories with anything I have. Dinner tonight, Hub's making the kids and him some chili dogs. I'm going to have a cheeseburger by Morningstar. It's a vegan cheeseburger, and I only eat half that patty. So I will eat that. I might, depending on what this says. Okay, no, I will not be putting chili on my burger because there's a lot of sugars in this. There's 4 grams of sugar. And yeah, I'm not eating as this whole can but it says serving size is 1 cup, and I can only have 5 grams of sugar a day. So I am not going to be having any on my food. So, which is fine. I'm fine with just having the cheeseburger. But anyway, that is pretty much it for now. I don't know what will happen. My husband is at the dealership again for that sensor in our van that we just got a month ago for the second time came back on. So they're replacing the whole thing this time, which I'm glad. So pray to God this thing does not act up again. So he's there right now. They're fixing that. And then he's got to go to the store, get some stuff that we need for dinner. And that's it. We did our Saint Nick night, and the kids loved their gifts, which I was surprised that they actually liked it as more than I anticipated, because they're just little trinket gifts, nothing too crazy. So yeah, they enjoyed it. They each got a little gift and then their favorite candy to go with it. So anyway, I will get off here and I'll get up back on when I have something else to say. See ya. Bobby got some silly sludge. Oh, it feels so gross. It's just very, very
cold.
Cold stuff. Oh, crap.
Welcome back to DBL. That clip was from the short film Snowball, all shot on an iPhone 11 by two
Very weird, because it doesn't leave any residue or nothing, but it's so slimy, and it's cold, and it's very just, ugh. So.
The town places snowballs into the same category as rocks and weapons. But this sounds like
It says silly sludge. And what's the other thing that you got? Okay, so this is what the silly sludge looks like. And he got the barf. What is this? Barf ooze ball. Yeah. So you pinch the cheeks to slurp it up. And there you go. That was really hard to do with one hand. I wonder if I could slurp up the silly sludge. It did. It slurped some of it up. So, quick update on our van situation at the dealership. So, my husband took the van in. He didn't have a set appointment. They just said, bring the van in this afternoon, because he was off today, which he ended up not really being off, but he was home at like 4 in the morning, so I don't know why they even had him go in. Anyway, so he brought our van in. Now, they were supposed to know what the situation was, or the issue was with our van. It was like a sensor that was messed up because a few days ago, he brought the van by for them to hook it up to the machine and read and know what code or whatever they need, so they knew what part to order, okay? So he went there, and they told him, oh, it'll take 1 hour. Okay, that's great. And I'm glad that I did not go with him because, well, I'll tell you why. So I've been checking in with him. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Because it's been a little bit over an hour still there. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on? My husband is a very patient, laid back person. He does not care for confrontation. He does not get upset easily. It takes a lot for this man to get really upset, okay? That's why I come in handy. Because I'm not patient, and I will go off when the time calls for it. Don't really care, especially if it's over a certain situation like today. Well, 4 hours now he's been there. And you have to remember, my husband is also dealing with a spinal injury from this accident. He works on his feet all day, okay? Not only that, he has an appointment, a chiropractor appointment for his back later this afternoon. And he still has to go to the store as well because we need a few items. So I called up there because I'm like, you know what, this is BS. They could have just gave you a loaner car, let you go on your way, and then fix the car. So they came back and told him that it wasn't what they thought was wrong with the wiring. It's something else, blah, blah, blah. and that they're going to need him to bring the van back on Tuesday. What? You want us, for a third time now, come back and bring this van back to you? No. I got so livid because I'm so over this whole situation with this van, okay? I didn't want this van to begin with, and I felt like they took advantage of our situation completely. So I called up there, and I told the woman that answered the phone. She was very, very nice. I told her I wasn't mad at her. I know it had nothing to do with her. It's just that I'm frustrated. Told her why, the situation. She said, "Oh, no, ma'am. The GM is standing right here. Let me tell him real quick." I said, "Well, here's my situation. He's supposed to be leaving soon, and he's up there at the service department." I was like, our van, the light that's coming on is for the airbags. He should not be driving that van off that lot until they fix it. I said, it's not, to me, not safe to drive. We've been driving this van around with this sensor messed up for weeks because it keeps coming on and they keep telling us it's this and it's not. So I don't think we should have to drive off that lot and have our van driving around with kids in the car when, if we get in an accident, the airbags might not deploy. Not safe at all. She's like, "Nope, it's not." So they went and told my husband, like, "You're going to get a loaner," or whatever. So that's what they did. They had him finally, they're giving him a loaner car. All is great. Why did it take you 4 hours to decide, hey, let's just give him a loaner car? It's crazy to me. So yeah, I contacted our accident lawyer, just venting my frustrations. Like, this is ridiculous. This whole accident has just caused so much stress that we don't need. So much stress. Not only has it, made us have to go through this whole ordeal that we should not even be doing. We're having to deal with my husband with now health issues because of an accident that he should not be going through. And it doesn't just affect one person. It affects all of us. Now we're dealing with this car situation. I did not have a good feeling about buying this car. I feel like we were pressured into it. They took advantage of us. I completely believe that because they knew of our situation and how desperate we were to get into a vehicle. And because our credit was not that good, it's like they pounced on that and made us feel backed into a corner where we had to get this van because we had 3 days with the rental, and then we would have no vehicle at all. So they knew that we were desperate and needing a vehicle. And it really frustrates me because they told us everything's great with this van. I don't even care if it was the tire pressure would be messed up. Okay, when you tell someone that the van or whatever vehicle you're getting is 100%, it should be 100%. Okay, not, yeah, it's 100. And then fingers crossed, hoping that nothing happens to it. And that's it. We had the van 2 weeks the first time something started having an issue, and that was the airbag light came on. The first time we brought it in, they said, "Oh, it's just a little sensor." So they fixed some sensor. Literally days later, it comes back on. We have to call them back, bring it back in. They supposedly hooked up some machine to read whatever code, and I guess that machine was wrong because it's not what they thought, and they were going through wires under the seat and all this other crap that they told him, and now they just need to replace this whole freaking thing, the computer system or something. That's, to me, major. What else could be wrong with our van? What other hidden issues could arise now? We're about to take a trip home, 900 miles, a 14-hour car ride. Is there going to be any other issues that we experience on the road? Because we can't afford for any to happen. And it's scary because we're going to be having our kids in the car, our dogs in the car, let alone us. We don't want nothing to happen to us either, but especially not with my children. So how can you guarantee that this vehicle is going to be safe? How can I trust you that this van's safe? I can't. But I just have to kind of take their word on it. No, this is ridiculous. So yeah, I'm a little frustrated, as you can tell. So hopefully everything gets fixed Tuesday and there is no more issues. But I told my husband if there's any issues, they're going to hear an earful. They're going to hear me pop off. I already left a bad review on their page because it's just ridiculous what we've had to go through. Like, they could have just accommodated us from the start and it would have been fine. So, yeah, this is pretty much my day. But anyway, I'm going to get off here because I have one kid that just came home and we have 2 more coming home. It's Friday, so we get to relax. And I feel really bad for my husband because he is very tired and he's going to be sore now because he has to go to the chiropractor and have them beat the crap out of his back. So, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. By the way, I had a lot of toys for my son's room lined up around here for the elf. She is playing the drums and there was a concert. So that's why there's like rope to keep them back. Literally had tons and tons of toys around. The name of her band is Elf This. So it's really cute. Like, I'll get up and show you the little look. She's got little sunglasses on. See how it says Elf This? She's got candy canes for drumsticks. Yeah, I went a little crazy. I hot glued those pencils on so it could be symbols. But anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm exhausted.